Hello everybody and welcome to Yarn of a Kind. My name is Alicia and it's been a really long week. It's been a long day. So I'm glad to just be here in my comfiest clothes and I'm going to show all of you some pattern tests that I completed over the past few weeks. We're going to be unboxing some new supplies together and just hang out for a little bit. So yeah, let's jump in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the past 3 weeks, I completed 5 pattern tests. And while I love doing pattern testing and I think that the creations turned out so beautiful and I can't wait to show them to you, I do think that I've been doing too much pattern testing and I kind of need to put a pause on it. And I need to actually do some of the crocheting that I've planned to do so that I can make the videos that I intended to make for you guys. So I'm actually going to put myself on a bit of a pattern testing ban, but let me show you guys what I made. The first pattern test that I did this month was this Holly the Hippo pattern by Sierra from Sarabearacrochet, and I just had such a lovely time crocheting this hippo. It's actually a 2-in-1 Rhino and Hippo pattern, so I got chosen to test the Hippo one and I'm so glad because I actually applied for another Rhino pattern test which I'll show to you later. But yeah, this hippo came out really cute. To turn him into a Rhino, you just need to add a horn here and there are some color changes involved for the Rhino version. The yarn that I use is Baby Snuggle in a color that I believe is called Orchid, and I love how she turned out, but because she's a little pinkish, a lot of people thought that she was a pig and I kept having to tell them that no, she's a hippo. What I love about this pattern is that it's relatively no-sew. You crochet from the snout to the back of the head and the ears are crocheted in, so that eliminates that part of the sewing. Then you crochet the legs, and Sierra has a great technique for crocheting the legs together without having any gaps between the legs, so that was a revelation for me. And you crochet directly onto the body and then you sew the head and the body together and the arms on. So there's really not a lot of sewing involved. For those of you who don't like sewing, I would highly recommend that you check out this Holly the Hippo / Ryan the Rhino pattern by Sarabearacrochet, and I will pop the link in the description box below. The next pattern that I tested out is a very unique, special, creative, and epic one. It is this Beenana pattern by teddy.squares. The creator's name is Shelby, and I absolutely adore her creativity. This is part of her fruit bee bundle. The bundle includes the Beenana, love the pun, as well as a blue bee, a straw bee, and an avocado. I think that's what it's called. It's just the most creative set of bees that I have ever seen. So I would highly recommend you go and check it out. Look at the top of the bee. That is a banana right there. And then the bee is just so cute. And it has these tiny wings at the side. This is so darn cute, you guys. One thing to note about this Beenana is that you are going to be crocheting from the bottom to the top, and then these banana peels are crocheted directly into the head. I would strongly recommend that you only put the eyes on after the peels are in place, because I put the eyes in first and then it was quite a chore to make sure that the banana peels didn't block the eyes and that everything was perfectly aligned. So make sure that you crochet the peels on first and then put the eyes in, and make sure that you stuff as you go as well, because as usual I only started stuffing when it was too late and it's just, you're creating a bit of a pain for yourself really. So please go and check out this fruit bee bundle. Even if you don't plan to buy it, just go and marvel at the amount of creativity that went into creating these fruit bees. And yeah, leave Shelby a nice comment or go and follow her on Instagram and everything, because I think she has been putting out even more patterns and it's really exciting to be following her progress. Moving on to my next pattern test, I got selected to test this Rhino. This is Tank the Rhino by wild.tulip.crochet, and he is just so adorable. Just look at him. He's a work of art and he is so round and chunky in the middle. I just love him. So Karen from Wild Tulip Crochet must be such a detail-oriented person because this pattern was pretty near perfect when she sent it to all of the testers, and I hardly needed to send in any notes or corrections. So I thought that this was a really, really good pattern. The only thing that you need to know is that there is a lot of sewing required because I believe that the ears are sewn in, this horn is sewn in, this horn is sewn onto the snout, and then the snout is sewn onto the head. The head is sewn onto the body. The arms and the legs are also sewn into the body. So pretty much everything is crocheted individually and then sewn together. So it requires quite a lot of sewing, and this is not for the faint of heart, but he is really, truly super adorable, and all the sewing is, I promise you, it is worth it. He's really so cute. I love him. So now you've seen 3 out of the 5 pattern tests that I did, and I think that I got chosen for all 3 of those in the same week or so. So I was actually pretty stressed out trying to make sure that I made all the items in time and met all the deadlines and sent good quality notes and feedback to the creator. And I don't think I ever want to do that to myself again because crocheting should not be stressful. So after that, thankfully, I got to take a break from pattern testing, and I was part of a crochet along organized by this creator whose name I'm going to pop on the screen because I think that I'm going to butcher it if I try and pronounce it. But here it is on the screen. That's the creator who organized this crochet along. And let me show you what we were crocheting together. These are garden fellows. This is a mushroom garden fellow and this is a flower garden fellow, and I made them using sort of different yarns, but they both turned out super adorable. I actually ran out of red yarn just as I was finishing the brim of the mushroom cap for this one, so his cap is a little funky because I didn't have enough yarn to do it properly, so I just did a round of single crochets instead of kind of the wavy brim that he's supposed to have. But I think he still turned out pretty okay. He's super cute. And then for this flower garden fellow, I used 4 different kinds of yarns. I believe that the green leaves are Jelly Baby, the pink is toucan yarn, the inside here is Baby Snuggle, and then his body is made out of Flutterbee yarn. So 4 different yarns went into making this little flower garden fellow, but she turned out really adorable. And I asked my husband to compare the body of the mushroom fellow and the body of the flower fellow to see which one he liked more. The body of the mushroom fellow is made in toucan yarn, and he actually liked the Flutterbee body a little more. I think he said it was because the yarn is sort of thinner and it just looked a little better to him. And this is a free pattern that has been released, so I'm going to link that in the description box below, and you can make your own garden fellows. They are super cute. There is one more garden fellow that I didn't get to crochet, and that is the strawberry garden fellow, and I didn't get to make it because I ran out of red yarn making this mushroom fellow. And I suppose I could have made the strawberry fellow in a different color, but I didn't want to because I've only seen red strawberries. After the crochet along, I got right back into pattern testing because I didn't learn my lesson from being stressed out over 3 pattern tests before, and I got chosen to make this Snoozy Sloth by Freaky Tiki Crochet. The creator's name is Ashley. I actually love it when I get to know what the creators' real names are and I get to refer to them by name rather than just their Instagram handles or their YouTube channel names or whatever, because I think it just makes things more personal, and I just feel like I'm really truly becoming part of the crochet community. So pattern tests are amazing. Yeah, they've really helped me find a sense of belonging in the crochet community, and I've made so many yarn friends through doing pattern testing, so I'm really grateful for all the opportunities to do pattern testing. But anyway, back to this Snoozy Sloth. He is really special to me because I actually made him while I was traveling in Belgium. It was on a day where I had traveled from Brussels to Antwerp, and I was just so tired, and I just wanted to chill out in my hotel room and crochet. And thankfully I had brought the materials for the Snoozy Sloth, and I just sat and crocheted him, and I felt so much better after that, so much more rested and happy and fulfilled. And that is what crocheting sometimes can do to your soul. It just restores your sense of calm and peace and grounds you. But anyway, I had lots of fun making the Snoozy Sloth because he is low-sew. How you make it is you crochet the 4 legs individually first, and then you start with the tail, you continue onto the body, and all of the legs are crocheted directly into the body, and then you continue onto the head. These ears are crocheted into the body as well. You kind of crochet a flap and then you roll it up and sew it in. And then the only thing that actually needs sewing is the muzzle, as well as the ears. A little bit of sewing required there. And then you embroider the eyes. So it's just really cute. And my only gripe about making this was that the legs required 4 single crochet rounds. It's just fiddly. I feel like 6 single crochets is the sweet spot, and anything smaller than that, like 4 single crochet rounds, 3 single crochet rounds, those really get me. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And he turned out super cute. They always turn out to be worth it in the end, but yeah, I did not enjoy those 4 single crochet rounds. And now we've arrived at my last pattern test, which is this beautiful pony. This is a 3-in-1 pony, Pegasus, and unicorn pattern by stitchedbyscott. The creator's name is Larissa, and I was so happy to be chosen for this pattern test because I thought it was absolutely gorgeous when I saw the picture, and I am just in love with this pattern. But a fair warning, there is quite a bit of sewing involved. The construction of it is all of these hair strands are done individually and they need to be sewn on individually. You crochet directly from the snout onto the head. The ears are sewn on, and then with the body, you crochet the 4 legs individually first, then you crochet them together, and then you continue on to the neck. And then Larissa has this great technique for how to close up the back of the pony or the Pegasus or unicorn, and I thought that it was genius. And I'm just so grateful that every time I do a pattern test, I just get to learn different techniques of how to do different things. So I am really happy, really proud of my little pony. And speaking of My Little Pony, you can use this pattern to make all of the different My Little Pony characters, and I think that would just be super exciting. So definitely go and check this pattern out. I think it's not released yet as I am recording this video, but when it is released, I will pop that link in the description box for you to check out. So these were all the pattern tests that I had the privilege of doing this month. And while it was quite a bit of a stressful time, I'm just really glad that I get to be selected for these pattern tests. It really is an honor. I still get the same sense of excitement and anticipation when I apply for a pattern test and while I'm waiting to see if I get selected or not. And it's always super duper fun to be in a group chat, to interact with the rest of the crochet community, and to see how everyone puts their creativity and just lots of effort into making a pattern successful. So I'm just really glad for all of these opportunities, and I'm so happy with everything that I crocheted. Honestly, I can't even pick out what my favorite thing is from these 5 because they're just all amazing. My hot chocolate is not so hot anymore. Moving on, we are going to be doing a little bit of unboxing because I have some new supplies for my amigurumi. It's been a hot minute since I unboxed anything on this channel, so here we go. I actually received an Amazon delivery a few days ago and I've already unboxed it, but let me show you what was inside that delivery. I'm running out of safety eyes, so I bought a new box of these. I love this because it gives you a range of different sizes of safety eyes, and if you're the kind of crocheter who doesn't sell amigurumi or plushies and you just need like a range of different sizes of safety eyes, I would recommend that you get this. And I like this brand as well because I think the quality is quite good, and I actually did lots of reading of reviews on Amazon before I finally settled on purchasing this. So I found that the eyes and the washers from this brand are of really good quality, and I have repurchased them, so I would also recommend it to anybody. But the disclaimer is that I haven't actually tried safety eyes from any other brands, and that's partly because I read the reviews and decided not to go for them. And I think that out of all of these sizes, 6mm to 16mm, I have been using the 16mm the most perhaps. So I got this set as well. This box here has 50 eyes and 50 washers, which makes up 100 pieces. And I think this is really going to come in handy for when I crochet sort of the larger amigurumi, which I seem to have been doing recently. So it's good to stock up on my safety eye supplies, and I'm not going to put an Amazon link into the description, but I will put the name of the brand in the description, and you can go and check out the reviews for yourself and decide for yourself whether or not you want to purchase from this brand. Please make sure that you do your own research and you don't just rely on what me or other people are saying about the different supplies, because ultimately every crocheter is different. If you have tried out this brand of safety eyes and had a good or a bad experience, please share that in the comments below, because I would really want to know what everyone's experience has been with this brand of safety eyes. And if you have one particular brand of safety eyes that you always go to purchase your safety eyes, please also drop that in the comments, because I wouldn't mind trying out different brands as well. In the same Amazon delivery, I also got this, which is a bone folder, and this is for a different art project of mine. I've been doing some letterpress printing, and I would like to bind whatever I've printed into a book, so I hope that this is going to come in handy with folding the papers. And another thing that I bought for my book binding project is actually in this plastic, but it is waxed thread, which is the ideal thread for binding a book together. So I've never tried book binding before, and I really hope that this is going to work. This costs, I think, £2 or slightly less than that. So that was all for my Amazon delivery, but if you have sharp eyes, you may have noticed this Hobbii packet sitting here. And I did order a bit more yarn from Hobbii because I needed, I can't remember what I needed, but I really needed it, and that's why I ordered the yarn. Ooh! Oh my god! Okay, this makes me so happy because I've tried Hobbii's Baby Snuggle and Toucan yarn, and I found that I like Baby Snuggle much more than Toucan, but everyone talks about Honey Bunny and I've never tried it. It's so soft! I foresee that I'm gonna really love crocheting with this yarn. So these two colors are going to be made into a stingray because one of my colleagues commissioned me to make one for him, and I can't quite remember why I bought these other two colors, but there must have been a good reason for it, I think. Ooh! I just never have the correct pink color to do blush, and I really wanted to see if this Honey Bunny pink color was going to be the blush pink that I needed, and it looks pretty good. Ooh. Next, I bought Friends Cotton 8/8. You can see that these are all very neutral colors, and that's because I already have Friends Cotton in lots of different colors, but I realized that I was running out of these more neutral tones. And when I purchased my first batch of Friends Cotton, I also didn't get sort of these like beigey, orangey, skin tone type kind of colors. And I've been really wanting to crochet dolls recently. That gave me a great excuse to stock up on these neutral tones. And yeah, I'm happy that they are here, and I can add them to my Friends Cotton collection. The last set of items that I purchased from Hobbii is a set of hooks, and they're all 5mm crochet hooks, and this purchase was catalyzed by the loss of my 5mm crochet hook. It's one of my most trusty crochet hooks. It's one of my go-to sizes, and I was on a trip in the Cotswolds. I was crocheting there. I had brought my 4mm crochet hook as well as my 5mm crochet hook, and I must have left it somewhere, or it must have dropped out of my bag or something, but it's gone and I can't find it. And when I realized that I lost it, I was absolutely devastated because it is one of my most essential crochet tools. So I actually tried to see the silver lining and went and bought a bunch of 5mm crochet hooks from Hobbii. I'm not sure which of these I'm going to like, so I bought a bunch of different brands, and if I like that crochet hook, I might go and buy the whole set, or I might not if it's not necessary, but let me show you. We have this Hobbii brand hook, and it says that the materials are aluminium and bamboo, so that's quite interesting. We also have this prim hook, and I'm not quite sure if this is the one that quite a lot of crocheters talk about, but I believe that it's relatively polarizing. Like, lots of people like it and some people just can't get into it, so excited to try this one out as well. I also got the Knit Pro Crochet hooks, and I'm not sure how I ended up with 2 of them, but let's try both of them out and see if there's a difference, if there's one that I like more than the other. And this is something that I redeemed using my points from Hobbii. You can't actually purchase this, I think, but it costs maybe 1,000 something points to get it off the points store. And I just thought that this would be a cute idea. I could hang it with my keys. I don't think they're actually going to be much good to crochet with, although I will try them out for you and let you know how they go. And the last thing that I have here is some yarn needles. These are the metal ones with the bent tip, and these are just an absolutely essential crochet tool. After using these, I cannot go back to the plastic ones because these have been such a great thing to use. And I think I lost one of the ones that I bought from Hobbii initially, but I couldn't purchase them from the actual website because they are always sold out. So I'm really happy that I got to redeem them from the points store. And if you're one of those crocheters who absolutely needs this for their amigurumi, please leave a comment and let me know that I'm not alone, because these, oh, I swear by these, I think. So I'm hoping that one of these crochet hooks will actually be a good replacement for my missing hook. And yeah, I can't wait to try them out, test them out, and let me know if you want to see a video, because I would be happy to make one of those for you. So that's it for this video. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be putting myself on a ban from pattern testing. So if you see me applying to any pattern tests in the next few weeks, it means that I have lost the plot again. I'm going to be focusing on crocheting some other amigurumi for this video that I am putting together. So I hope to publish that video for you guys really soon, and I will see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go and check out some of my other videos and do subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss my other content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh, that is cold now.